welcome to 6 Minutes. I'm Jason Fulmore. I'm here today with the head coach at St. Andrews University in North Carolina, Nick Soto. Hey, Nick, how's it going?
Good. How's it going?
It's doing great. I love it. We're quarantined at the moment, but hopefully that we'll break out of that and we'll have a season here pretty soon. So how are you guys doing up there as far as your student athletes and that sort of thing?
So with the student athletes, we're definitely encouraging the guys to stay in shape. We had a team meeting tonight or this morning actually, just saying, hey, let's start getting back into it, blowing the lungs up. So we're ready to go in August to start preseason. So they've been good. We've had frequent team meetings over Zoom and stuff like that. So they're doing good. They're working and getting ready for August.
Awesome. Cool. So St. Andrews University is in the middle of, it's actually pretty close to the border of North Carolina and South Carolina, right? Isn't that
yeah.
Correct? Okay. So tell me a little bit about St. Andrews, because I don't really know anything about the university.
So it's a small school in a small town. I think the location's good because it's far enough away from like the big city lights and stuff like that. Where you can really stay focused on school and wrestling, but it's still close enough to we're, I think, an hour and a half from Myrtle Beach, 2 hours from Charlotte, Raleigh, and about an hour away from Fayetteville. So if we do have a weekend off or, it's spring break or whatever the occasion is, we're still close enough where, you can go out and see the big city lights and stuff like that.
So what is life like on campus for is pretty small classrooms, lots of different majors, things like that?
Yeah, so the student to faculty ratio is 15-1. So they're small class sizes. You'll get that individualized attention. You'll know your professors kind of on a personal basis. They want to get to know the students kind of outside of school and wrestling too. It's a tight-knit community. With it being a small campus and a small school, you're going to build some deep relationships, and I think it's a good environment for sure.
That's awesome. And this will be your second year. You're getting ready to start your second year, right?
Yep.
So
I came in August I think I came in October of last year. So this will be my first full year.
Okay. Well, and you inherited a roster that had a lot of Southeast kids on it. But this was kind of your first foray into kind of recruiting your own class So I want to talk a little bit about kind of focusing in on, recruiting North Carolina kids, South Carolina kids, Southeast kind of kids. You're from Florida, so I'm sure you're down in Florida quite a bit, talking to different people. So, what's kind of the focus in terms of trying to get Southeast kids to kind of come there or stay in the Southeast?
I think there's a lot of opportunity in the Southeast. So our focus when we're recruiting, we definitely want athletes, and we just started a women's program. So, but we're definitely looking for athletes that, I think unity is really big to our program. So we want to have like a team that, relies on each other, who's competitive, and, we want to see people, we want to celebrate the success of others. We want to see our teammates succeed while we're pursuing our individual goals. So that's kind of the first thing we'll look for. As far as sorry, my screen's going black.
You're good.
As far as on the mat and stuff like that, our style is, we want to press the action. We want to make the first move. We want to be the one attacking and pushing the guy to the edge. So that's kind of what we're looking for, on the mat. And then in the classroom, we just want to take that same mentality into the classroom, into our social lives and into our personal lives. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, definitely. So you actually touched briefly on beginning a women's program, and this will be year one, right?
Yep.
That decision was made before you were hired as a coach, though, right? They were going to start the program, or?
Yeah, so that was kind of one of the first, that was kind of one of the first conversations with our AD. She asked hey, what do you think about women's wrestling? Said it was a great idea. I'm all for it. And I think in March we made the announcement So this first year, I think will be a small group, which will be good because we can kind of focus on that small group. We're going to keep practice schedules the same. We'll mix guys and the girls during live sessions and stuff like that too. So I'm definitely excited for it. Excited to see it grow.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. It's interesting to start a brand new program and kind of see, where it goes and how it builds from, the ground up. So,
yeah.
So how, one of the things I didn't put in, you and I had talked a little bit about before we got on the actual recording, but one of the things I'm really interested in is, so you guys are going to focus with the guys in, folk style, scholastic style, whatever, and the girls are wrestling freestyle. Is that a challenge at all, or?
Yeah, so I think it'll be sort of a challenge. We're going to keep like the same practice structure. So like the guys aren't going to be going live and cranking music while the girls are going to be learning technique. So we'll structure the practice very similar, but there might be two different practices going on, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because like at small schools, I mean, you've got you and Irvin is, your assistant, right? Enriquez.
So he actually just moved down to Florida.
Okay.
So yeah, we're looking to build the staff and stuff like that. Hopefully bring on a women's assistant and an assistant coach too. But.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No. So I didn't know that. Where did he head in Florida?
He's kind of in West Palm area.
Okay.
He got a pretty good opportunity to go down there. We're definitely going to miss him. He was, his practices were awesome. Built some good relationships with the guys and stuff like that. So we're definitely going to miss him.
So now it's not only a matter of beginning the season, but you're hiring staff. You've got kind of a lot going on.
Yep. Trying to stay busy.
Well, I don't think you have any problems staying busy. You got a lot going on. Yeah. So, if you're a kid in the Southeast and, you're looking at different schools and that sort of thing, one of the things I'm always interested in is how you kind of get noticed. Obviously the kid who goes to Fargo and places, he's on lots of people's radar, or she's on lots of people's radar screens. But you're a state placer in Alabama. You are a state placer in Florida, or state qualifier in Florida. You're kind of that, you're kind of maybe a little bit below that Fargo All-American kind of level. How are you getting noticed by, like an NAIA coach or a D2 coach? How do they get noticed by you, basically?
I'd say the more you compete, the better. The more matches you get during season, off season, going to these different camps, going to these different clubs. The more you compete, the more you wrestle, the more exposure you're going to get. I think my advice for those guys and girls is to really decide kind of what you're looking for in a school. And, and then, hey, do I want a big school experience, small school experience? Do I like the big classes? Do I not like them? What am I looking for in a team, in a wrestling program and stuff like that? What do I look for in a coaching staff? Try to start doing some thinking on that. And then start reaching out to coaches and then asking these coaches questions too. Get their emails from the websites, send them film. Definitely take that first step and say, hey, here I am. Here's my video and stuff like that.
Okay. So is that really kind of one of the ways you find out about kids is they'll send you something and you'll pay attention to it, and then it puts you on you're on your radar screen, and you can begin that process.
So it's definitely a mix. We've had some really, really good athletes reach out, and we're in the brackets. We're we'll hit track wrestling. We'll watch a lot of film, flow wrestling. So it's a bit of a mix of both.
Okay, awesome. And also I would assume camps. You notice a lot about a kid when they're at camps and whether they're, how engaged they are, how they practice, that sort of thing, I would assume is a big deal.
Right. Definitely at that Florida Pride camp that we were talking about earlier. I just got back. It was awesome. There was about 350 kids there. Got to get a lot of different looks, talk to a lot of different coaches and stuff like that. So that's definitely a place where, you can get noticed and get some more exposure.
Awesome. Awesome. So you got your first recruiting class came in. I looked for it. I couldn't find any information on your guys' website or anything like that. Who all did you bring in?
So Dylan Housel, he's actually from my alma mater, Springstead High School in Florida.
Okay.
State placer down in Florida. Great guy. We got Elijah Bliss from Brandon High School in Florida. Jeremy Cope from Bunn High School. He's a North Carolina guy. So we really tried to cast a wide net in that Southeast region. Got some South Carolina guys in there. Mikhail Warren, he's a North Carolina guy. Logan Sage is a Georgia guy. Dakota Johnson, he was a state champ in Georgia. Lane Wilson, who's his teammate. So we got a pretty good group coming in. I think I'm definitely excited for them.
Very cool. Very cool. So this next group of kids, the sophomores and juniors, and obviously seniors, if they're interested in learning more about St. Andrews, what's the best way for them to get that information?
You can send me an email, sotonc@sa.edu. I always have my cell on me, so I got my email on my phone, so I'll get right back to you.
Okay.
So yeah, that's probably the best way.
Okay. And then visit the website, see what's going on in terms of, and do you guys have a active Twitter right now or no?
Yeah. So we have Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Okay.
I can send you the link to the Facebook, but our Instagram and Twitter handle is at SAU Wrestling.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that sounds great. Wish you the best of luck this season. Looks like you got a bunch of great incoming group of kids, or student athletes, not kids. Sorry. I'm old. I can't help it. And that's fantastic, and really looking forward to the women's program and kind of seeing where the women that you have involved with the program and how they do. When do you drop your schedule?
That's still kind of up in the air. We're still kind of waiting on NAIA to release some stuff. I think with everything happening in the wrestling world right now, there's been a couple curveballs thrown in, so we're still dialing that one in.
Okay.
I will say I think our schedule for the women's this year will be a little more tournament heavy, just because we do have a smaller group. So we want to get a ton of matches. So
we could probably look for it in August, September time, maybe.
Yeah. I think we'll get with sports information. Like our men's schedule's set, but that could change, tomorrow.
Right. Oh, no. Right. I mean, in the current climate, who knows what's going to happen? But
I think around August, it'd be safe to say our schedule will drop.
Awesome. Well, Coach, I appreciate you taking the time, and best of luck this season.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.